Hi, and welcome to the channel. This is Victor's Rare Gaming, and here we have Kingdom Dungeon and Hero. If you are someone that likes Dungeons and Dragons, dungeon crawlers, and also RPGs, this is a mix of Dungeons and Dragons with wargaming. This is like, if you have seen my channel before, you're going to remember Hex of Steel, one of the best hex-based wargame out now. But this thing is going to shock you because this thing is fantasy. You're going to have the same stuff that you get with a role playing game mixed with wargaming, counters, and hexes. So let's begin here. We are going to go for, you have tutorials here, videos in YouTube from the developer. This is one developer, which is called Alvaro Sousa. And here we have the rules. Rules are basically going to redirect you to the manual, basically. So let's go here for a new game. We have the tutorial here. The tutorial is pretty nice because it is a small map, and then we have different other scenarios. And this is amazing because you can hear the scenario description here. Demo scenario and Redmore invasion. 60 turns, you can see. For this one, you have 180 turns. The scenario ends after 15 years. So we have this one that is medium. You are going to have a lot in here, including Realm of Erde, Warlords. Look at this one, random map. Here you can see the description of what we're going to get. So we have this army types: militia, swordsmen, light cavalry, and galleys. In-game options, you have plenty of different possibilities here. You can change here: tenacious, strong, tough, brutal, devastating, annihilating, normal. You can see this. The tenacious, which is the next one from basically normal, gets 15% tougher adventure difficulty. So if you go further, you go annihilating 100% tougher adventure difficulty. It's like, why would you like to do that? Computer hero bonus. There are heroes here. Computer production bonus. Game type single player, hot seat, or you can even do test, whatever. It's interesting to note that you can get a hot seat and email with the demo. Okay, so let's start. So here we are. We have here the user interface basics, and we can see here global events. When there are 12 turns left, the game will count down the number of turns. Populate location, produce 25 less food in winter and 25% more food in summer. So it's not that complicated in terms of weather and stuff. So what do we have here? Well, we have a pretty interesting map here with a couple of mountains here in both sides and two factions. These are called the Mountains of Madness. And those are the Nightmare Mountains. Here we have, let me click here so you can see a couple of buttons here. And for example, units, if you click here, the units disappear. The name of the river here is the Night Glow River. And also we have here the Northern Woods and different other places here. We have Torren here. If we click here, we are going to see down here that this one here is a village. This one here, which is the same here, those are like the capital, and these are metropolis. They are listed as metropolis here. up in here, if I click here, you see a town, which is different because this is a village. Again, the other village here is this one, but here we see a town. A town, center of trade and services with buildings and many families. Instead, the village is a large settlement of families of mostly farmers. They offer a variety of farm animals. You can see here that, for example, villages have food storage but do not have descent and fortifications. That's the same for this one here. But the town has more food storage in comparison, and the actual capital have a greater amount of food storage and fortifications. This is going to be public order, basically. So we don't have public orders problems right now. So let's check out the map that we have here. So we have a mountain here. This is a mountain tile. We have here grassland tiles as well. We see here forest tiles, and let's see, this is a marsh tile. You can see the difference, right? It is not like this one is a road tile. It's still part of forest. There are no river tiles, but it says water. Down here it says let's see, forest, grassland. I saw something that said water or something like that. This one here is a coastal water. There's a coastal tile as well, and this one is called sea tile, which is a sea hex. We have mountain hex, and this one is an alpine hex. I believe that the alpine hex is pretty much bigger. It's like a higher mountain, something like that. Okay, so we have a beautiful, beautiful small map here. What do we have here? There's some sort of ruins there and stuff. So this is part of Western and this is part of Eastern. That's Eastern, Western. So it should be named, this river should be named the Dawn River by the fact that we're in Eastern and Western. Good. Okay, so here is going to explain us a little bit of all squares are and circles on top of the map are game counters. Let us turn on the units and take out the heroes just for the sake of explanation here. Heroes are these guys here because we have heroes in dungeons, kingdom, dungeons, and heroes. An army, navy, and hero counter can stack on top of each other. So for example, here we have a navy and armies. Let me show you here. If you hover here, you can see that it says a swordman, and down there we see galleys. If I click twice, you're going to see that it's going to show us the counter that is beneath and the counter. Then if you click again, you see the other counter over here, which is exactly what is going to explain here. Left click on the highlighted hex. The selector will show the units of the top army counter. This is the selector here. You can choose leaders and stuff. We're going to talk about that. Left click the same stack of counters again, and it will cycle to the navy counter and show their units. Players can cycle through a stack by continuously left clicking on it. The area display on the map is how far that counter can move based on the slowest unit in that stack. Darkened hexes can't be reached by the unit. Move line and pointer shows how many movement points will be used for moving. So, for example, here you can see that we have a highlighted area and the fog of war. So the number here is basically the amount of action points that are going to be used when you move. So here we have 6, 5, self-explanatory. If I choose, for example, in this case, the galleys, because they are a fleet, they can only move through the C hexes. So this is the extent by which the galleys can move. And by the way, if you try to go to the actual place where you see the dark hex, you're not going to be able to. The action point disappear. Okay, so let's go and zoom in. I really like the drawings here. The art is very nice. Sousa, if you're watching this video, your game is beautiful. So the blue bar shown on each unit inside the counter means it is selected for action. So if we click here, we see that the blue bar shown on each unit is the inside. So here we see the blue thing. Left clicking the blue bar will toggle on or off selecting that unit in the counter. For example, this one. There you go. So it's I can say that it's very, very clever the way you can select units here. I like it. So you can have a lot of with this you can have a lot of flexibility at the time of selecting units. So you select the counter. By selecting the counter, just one click, it is going to select all of them, and you can choose just the swordsman, 2 swordsmen, or just the light cavalry. Clever. Be sure all the blue bars are lit on all 3 units in the counter, and move the counter to the empty highlighted hex by right-clicking the hex. This is how all units move. So you can move here, and you have 2 action points. So I'm trying to figure out where are the action points, but never mind. Just move here. Excellent. Heroes are a crucial part of the game. Here we're going to talk about heroes, like this one. So heroes are a crucial part of the game. They lead armies, govern locations, go on missions against the enemy, and adventure. Currently, there are 3 heroes in the lower highlighted hex. So if you click here, you see the 3 heroes. Charlie, which is an adept. Charline, she's a cleric. And Duke, he's a warrior. You can see the type of hero here. And you can see down here, explore rumor. Explore rumor for adventure. You can see lead army. Gather rumors. Also, spend 1 movement to find adventures. Explore the dungeons, basically. All of that we're going to see in here. Left click the highlighted hex twice with the square and circle on it. You should be on the hero counter. By the way, if you have this, you can, for example, go here and you do 1 click and you select the militia, but you do it again and you will select the heroes. But you can do the same thing like this. Simple like that. Heroes have actions they can perform shown the bottom of the counter selector. Lead actions are available. Heroes can lead army of the militia. They are stacked with or govern the location they are in, for example. Govern, assign a hero to govern this location. And this is another interesting thing because not only they lead armies, but they can be like majors, okay? The gather rumors allows heroes to try and find new adventures, which is this one. The find enemies tries to search and kill enemy heroes. Be sure all 3 heroes are selected. Right click on the highlighted hex on the coast with the ruins icon and L here. So remove them here. This adventure is found and only the enter button is shown. You can see this, enter the adventure in the hex. So basically we're ordering the 3 heroes here to enter this dungeon. Adventurers will ask if you want to automatically attempt to complete it. If you enjoy dungeon crawling and fighting monsters, you can select no. For now, we're just selecting scouting. This was just to look inside it. Each adventure is marked for its difficulty once scouted. Dungeon difficulty low, you can see. You can see here that it says auto explore. Okay, and it says this adventure is found. Adventurers will ask if you automatically attempt to complete it. But you can select no if you don't want, but we're going to do exactly what the tutorial is telling us. But you can see that inside here we have, this is a castle, right? And it says here that it has a beautiful picture of the place, and it says the castle tender here, an abandoned, dilapidated castle. Its once grand halls are now haunted by the spectre of a devastating plague that claimed the lives of all within its walls. Where once elegance and commerce flourished, now stands a solemn remainder of bygone days. Cracks and breaks mar the stones, allowing the wind to whistle through with an eerie lament, casting a chilling atmosphere over the desolate grounds, especially in the depths of night. And you see here that we are with the torches here. Also, you're going to see a lot of information here. The name, what type of hero this is. You can choose the other one and you see the same thing, healer with different type of skills. You see the level, nature, a lot of stats here, health points, the weapon, the power, experience. Okay, so we're going to go for scouting. Now we know what awaits us in the depths of darkness. So we know that there's a castle there. And adventures yield magic items, gold, shards, and experience. They are a good income for a kingdom. Adventures takes 2 to 5 turns to complete with a mixed party of heroes. Okay, now it's time to do battle here. So let's turn on for the battle thing. There are a lot of things up here. So you can see, for example, help file. Here you're going to see some sort of a rule book. Basically, if you click the rule book, you're going to be redirected to the page in which you can find the manual. And here you have tons of information about everything here. All the mechanics, the kingdom, weather, research, adventures, so on and so forth. What else we have here? We have the end turn button here, options, graphics and musics. You can change everything here. It has a lot of customization in terms of what you want to hear, nature, or you prefer to hear background music. Full screen, army style with blocks, icons, or figures. Let's have a look if you want icons or blocks. You can see like that. So it has a lot of customization. Okay. Okay, so to war. Let's move to the diplomacy screen. Left click the fourth menu item. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is diplomacy. We'll begin here. Here you will see the list of kingdoms and a variety of information about them. East done and West done. You have here a description. We're at peace with all their kingdoms. It says here stability. You can see here complaint, stance, neutral, feudal. There we go. Okay, so let's continue here. Showing is there good or evil tendencies, how stable they are, how they feel about you, the status of emissaries on your agreements, nature, stability, name, stance, emissary, offers. We have all of these down here. If you click the other kingdom, you see stuff like stability war cost -17, dropping stability to 33, diplomatic actions give gift. You can send emissary or instigate or go to war. This is the typical window to do all of these interactions. You can also type a message here if you are with a human player, so to speak. So we see here left click is done. Okay, this will show some information on this kingdom and your possible actions. For this section, we want to go to war with them. Going to war costs your kingdom stability because farmers don't like being called up for war. The closer a kingdom is friendly to us, the more stability it costs to go to war. Interesting. The closer a kingdom is friendly to us, the more stability it costs to go to war. So if they hate you, you will get less stability hit. So it says that hold Alt and left click to go to war. Why should we hold Alt? Let me see here. Close this window by clicking on the X in the upper right or escape. Okay, we're at war. So left click on the highlighted unit. So we have light cavalry and 2 swordsmen here. And if we hover here, it will show us a pop-up with a swords. It says +3, -2. The left number is your cavalry advantage. We have a +3 cavalry advantage against this enemy. These are levies, you can see here, and swordsmen. And because we have cav, it says that we have cavalry advantage. The blue percentage above their cover from ranged attacks due to the weather. It also shows the type of battle, a field combat, which favors cavalry. Right-click the enemy counter to attack it. Okay. So this is the way an attack is performed. Units with movement can keep attacking until they run out of movement points. I think we can attack again. Click the left menu button to bring up the economic system. So here we have economy. This screen shows how your kingdom is doing and allows you to buy military units. We have swordsmen, light cavalry. I think we just have this too. We cannot buy militia. So are going to be archers or something. Food is a very important commodity in the game. So we have food, 32 kingdom stockpile here. Market quantities. This is the amount that is on the market. And this is what we have on the stockpile. Armies and your people have food upkeep each turn. For example, this is going to be ready in 2 turns. Build the swordsman. And Where's the food upkeep? Not having enough food drops stability and causes desertion. Okay, pretty straightforward. So we can see here um, different information about the window that we're seeing here. So uh, lack of food means no stability. So if you want to maintain stability, you have to have food. Armies, navies, and buildings have a gold upkeep as well. These are shown on the upper left of the screen. Upper left of the screen. Do we say this one here? I think so. We have corruption, stability as well. $20. I think this is the amount of production that we have for the next turn. The blue, however, gives you more information on line items it is next to. So yeah, this is the help screen. To the right of the kingdom information is the current turn's production. It says volatile, low stability is reducing production to 91%. Okay. In the menu bar above shows the current inventory of resources the kingdom has. I think he's talking about shards, stone, horses, wood, iron, food, and gold here. Players can use the market on the right to buy or sell resources over here. This is the market. The market is used by all players and self-corrects. Military units can be purchased on the bottom of the screen over here, where it says cards. Each kingdom has some common and some unique units for special kingdom abilities. Unit cost a variety of resources and recruits. For example, this one costs 80 gold and we have 43, so I assume that's the reason this one is red. If a kingdom doesn't have enough recruits, the units cost extra gold, so it's going to be like mercenaries, I think, foreigners or something like that. Then we have districts. Okay, let's talk about districts. Click the second from the left menu button here in districts. These are the district screen where it's going to show us all of the buildings here. Your capital should have lit up on the map and have a highlighter on it here. So let's take out all of those. There we go. So now we can see, you can also click hexes here. Locations in borders. Okay. So here we can build one building, so we can see construction here. Buildings have different functions. For example, granary. Granary costs 20 gold and it gives +3 local and global food storage, upkeep 1 gold. Market is going to give 35% chance per gold to generate a gold, +1 food, upkeep 1 gold. Barracks, deployment of train or better unit in an owned and controlled location, +1 specialty point, upkeep 2 gold. For example, harvester, we got increased food and wood production. Mage tower adds 10 extra attack of 8 range to a location if attacked. I think these are like you're going to fortify the walls with magical towers that will cast spells to any army that is besieging. So because this is like fantasy world like Warhammer, you know. We have the guild library purifier. They detect shards that the naked eye cannot detect. These are the shards, so this is going to produce resources. Locations can also build fortifications that slow down attacks by the enemy and reduce damage to defenders. Take a moment to click some buildings and read what they do. Most most buildings have 3 levels of improvements. To build it in another location, left-click it on the map. So for example, we want to build a granary. Okay, build granary. Research. Here. So here we have research. Each kingdom can research different categories. There are various categories for improving military units, buying new magical units, hero bonuses, fortification and production. Population and libraries generate alchemists. So we have different types of research fields. So we can invest in here, for example. I'm going to invest, I don't know how many of them, maximum alchemists. So you are spending alchemists in order to do research. So it's basically the magical users, the guys that are going to create research in here. So we have idle alchemists here. Total libraries. Libraries are going to increase also the speed by which we get all of these improvements. You have the description here. You need neophytes, so on and so forth. A purifier that will mine shards. So you're going to get more of this thing, I think. Harvester, excavator, so on and so forth. 3 stone and iron, 3 food and wood for the harvester, maximum fort for fortifications, and also you're going to have this construct magic. So for example, these are like instead of using your armies, you're going to use these huge golems to fight fearless warriors that need not food, no woman, or gold fighting onto destruction without question, stuff like that. Population and libraries generate alchemists. So if you want to generate more alchemists, you simply go here and you do libraries. So you build a library, which is going to cost gold here, and stone. We don't have enough stone here. We have 9 stone. So yeah, continuing here, you need libraries to create alchemists. Alchemists are assigned to categories with the plus and minus buttons. Here, although each extra alchemist in a category has a diminishing returns due to the bureaucracy, the Kingdom of Weston has 5 alchemists that can be assigned, shown on the bottom right of the menu screen. Sometimes alchemists die during research attempts. So click the 6th summaries here and battles. We have these other two to bring up the summaries in here. Locations, artifacts, forces and victory summary. This screen has a variety of information for players. Click the button to the right of summaries. On this screen, all battles fought for 3 turns are shown. I think is this. The right of summaries, I think is that one. Oh no, it's this one, battles. A field battle, so we had a field battle summary here. Attacker Weston led by the local commander, and God's favor the defender. And here we see attacking strength and what happened. So you're going to have all of the information here. Click on the battle moves. Click on a battle moves the camera to the map hex and shows the detailed result. So for example, here, you are here, you click here, and you go to the battle result here, which was here. Good, excellent. Heroes. Here we see the heroes. Charlie, Charline, and Duke. You can see the biography here, and by the way, you can add stuff in here if you want. Under the hero is the item vault at the kingdom's capital. Item vaults here, magic items in the capital vault, empty vault. So if you have items on the vault, you're going to find them here. And once you discover them, at the lower left, heroes can be recruited by the kingdom to serve them. For example, here, recruit new heroes with the cost of 26 gold or 43 gold, whatever, you're going to be able to recruit this warrior, this cleric, or this other warrior. Okay. A kingdom can only recruit 12 heroes. The guild building increases the maximum number of heroes up to 24. So if you want to build more heroes, you go and build the guild. The guild says that maximum heroes plus 1 may only build in town, cities, or crown, and you have to pay 1 gold for upkeep. At the lower left, heroes can be recruited. Oh yeah, and do not get attached to your heroes. They die often. Okay. Finally, we have deployment here. Here we have swordsman and light cavalry. So for example, if we want this one's ready, and if we want this one, we just go and deploy them. But we have this one ready. So there are 2 units listed on this screen. The top unit is ready. This one is ready to be deployed. The bottom unit has another turn before it is ready to be deployed. You can see in 1 turn is going to be ready to be deployed. Click the top unit, and location hexes will light up with possible destinations to place your unit. So I placed the unit here. By the way, I don't know why it's showing me like this. I want to get a figure here. So we just deploy this swordsman. Excellent. This ends the introduction tutorial on basic play for Kingdom Dungeon and Hero. Watch the video tutorials to understand the mechanics and strategy of gameplay from the main page. Click the next to return to the main menu. I'm going to leave the link for the tutorials, this link down in the description, so you can go and watch them. This was Kingdom Dungeon and Hero, a game by Alvaro Sousa. Let me know what you think about this war game. If you see some interesting stuff in here,